Willie D Live.
What's up, family? Nicki Minaj and Don Lemon do not like each other. One might even say they hate each other. Yeah, fam, it's bad. Don Lemon showed up to do some reporting at a church that was crashed by anti-ICE protesters in St. Paul, Minnesota. After that, Nicki went crazy, hopped on X and called Don Lemon a COCKER. Well, Don didn't take too lightly of that, and he clapped back by telling Nicki to sit her down and grow some brains. You know what? I'll let you hear from the horse's mouth.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans. You're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me.
I ain't got no problem with that. Family, imagine being mad at someone disrupting church service, but not being mad at an innocent woman being gunned down in the streets of America. Imagine. Family, Nicki Minaj's position makes no sense. It sounds like to me she finally found someone. She finally found a group of people who would be cool with her position on SN. Sounds like, that's what it sounds like to me. Sounds like she found her tribe, those people who will excuse anything. And that's what she latched on to, because no credible person, no sane person, no person with compassion, humanity would pick Turning Point to be a part of. Nobody who's worth anything would want to be a part of an organization like that, because it is 1,000% a white nationalist organization where they don't like nothing. Everything that they like, anything that they approve of, everything that they do is based on the color of your skin. That's it. That's why they can accept people like Trump and people like Charlie Kirk himself, the founder. This is why they can accept the lowest of the low, because that ain't the bar. You know, they don't judge you by your character. They judge you by your behavior. And that behavior, it just has to be, I don't know, Antichrist, or maybe just, it has to be crud. It has to be subhuman. It has to be the antithesis of good. Yeah, that's what it seems like. And here's another thing, fam, why I can't rock with old girl. I do not appreciate artists who turn on their fans. I'm talking about the fans who put them in the position to have a voice in the first place, for anybody to even know who they are, put them in a position to live a cushy life, you know, buy the things that they want to buy, go to the places they want to go to, put their kids through school, you know, just have a nice cushy life. I don't like those type of people. these type of people who will use a group or even an individual, because this is akin to a person who will use someone to get what they want. They show you one thing, they show you one side of them. I mean, think about it like this. I think of it like an abuser, right? Let's say an abuser. Here's a guy who clearly he's a woman beater, but he don't meet a woman and say, yo, hey, how you doing? You know, after I give you these flowers, I'm gonna start whooping your ass the moment you say I love you. You know that, right? You know ass whoopings come with these flowers and this candy and these dinners, right? You know ass whoopings come with that purse and them shoes, right? You know ass whoopings come with that hairdo and them nails, right? They're not gonna tell you that. They're gonna wait till they sucker you in first. They get in and get comfortable. You drop your guard. That's when they strike. Nicki, it appears to me, got in. She used black people and she used the LGBTQ community to become famous. It started off with black people first and foremost, black people being her base. That's who put her in the door. I saw her rise. I saw how she started off doing the mixtapes and all of that stuff, and she was doing guest appearances on Drake and Wayne and all that. I saw all of that. It was black people who put her in the door. Yeah, it was black people who gave her an opportunity, first and foremost, who signed her to a record contract and who invested in her, right? And it was black people who started buying the records first. And as her base grew, so did her standing in the LGBTQ community. And now, so she already turned on black folks, and now she's turning on the LGBTQ community. So I'm just wondering how long they're gonna hold on, because she plays both sides of the fence. On one side, she used these homophobic slurs. Then on the other side, she brags about how, her base is going to stick with her no matter what, and she loves them so much. And I can see how she can play that role and get away with it, because it's the same thing with an abuser. A dude can knock a woman all upside her head, go buy some flowers, and say I love you, whatever, and she, he right back in the door with her, just like that. He can come back, lay it down in the bed real good, kiss her, say I'm sorry, and she in there in the kitchen at 2 o'clock in the morning fixing him a sandwich with a black eye. Happens all the time. So it appears to me that Nicki's fans have Stockholm syndrome. Yeah. Because she absolutely has flipped. She absolutely has turned the corner. And I don't think there's any coming back, because I think Nicki is right where she want to be. I think this is the real Nicki Minaj. I don't think this is the made up Nicki Minaj. I think this is who she was all along. And we just didn't see it because she needed us at the time. She needed the black community at the time. She needed the gay community at the time. So now she's at a point to where she got her paper up, and, she knows that she could probably go on tour right now and go make a whole bunch of money. Even if her fan base aborts, oftentimes they'll come back around. All she got to do is check herself into a mental institution, say she was going through something, apologize, go on an apology tour, do some podcasts with some popular people that everybody like. Next thing you know, she's right back in the door. Because you know how America is, man. In America, it's 2 ways to get back in the door. Win and apologize. You can do either one of them, or you can do both of them. That really works if you can do both of them. You can pull both of them off. That's beautiful. But really, if you can do one or the other, you can get back in the door in America, because Americans, they love to see a person bow down and kiss the ring. They love to see you humbled, especially when they think that you've gotten too big, you've gotten beside yourself. Let's humble her. And once we humble you, then, okay, we might let you back in the door slowly, right? That ain't working out too well for Stacey Dash. She looked kind of bummy lately, but hey, whatever. Anyway, fam, yeah, I don't rock like that, fam. I don't like those type of artists that will use the black community to get in the door, to blow up and get the attention of the rest of the world, these other communities. And then once they get those other communities, they start saying dumb shit like, I thought slavery was over. I ain't never been discriminated against a day in my life. I don't believe you. Even if you stayed in the house all day, you're going to be discriminated against. Because all you got to do is get on that internet and you won't even see it. You won't even know it because you don't even know what to look for. But you know, they say ignorance is bliss, right? In any event, Don Lemon, I do believe, will ultimately come out on top in this, in this back and forth with Nicki. I think he'll come out on top. He is a journalist also, and typically journalists are masterful with words. And he's going at it every day. He got the same kind of action at the media as she has. He can get on an interview with anybody, anytime. And plus he got his own platform. So he go at it on a daily basis. This is what he do. His primary thing is making content, whereas Nicki's primary thing is been lately, primary thing is really making music, but in touring or whatever. But lately it's been getting on the internet venting. Right now, the internet is jumping all over again with people signing those deport Nicki Minaj to Trinidad petitions. Yeah, they're trying to get her up out of here. They want her up out of here. So you got one of these things has 92,856 signatures, and another has 61,188 signatures now. So I don't know if the petition will take her down, but I'm pretty sure she's going down in regards to going up against Don Lemon, because not only is he a journalist, but he's trained in the art of debate. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.